Hello.
We're just waiting for some people to get on.
They gotta find out. They'll learn.
Oh, there we go. We got Lisa. Hello.
Hi.
Awesome. Just waiting for some more. Happy Monday.
Jonathan, hello.
Miss seeing you.
Coming to the 12 o'clock? Hey.
Awesome. There we go.
Hey.
Emily.
Yes.
Long time no see. Casey.
Look at that. Yes.
There we go.
We're killing it. Oh, we already lost one.
So if y'all have any questions, you can go ahead and start asking, and we'll just kind of roll through them.
What she said.
We're full of knowledge this morning.
I hope one of them is working.
Well, we can go over some of the questions that we've gotten asked. Luke got asked a nutrition question on Friday, so he can go over that one with y'all. So, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so I was asked if someone came up to me and asked if they needed to be eating 1,200 calories to lose weight. And I said, I don't know. Maybe. The biggest thing is that most people want to get on this cookie cutter plan that's not necessarily for them. And the easiest, and yes, you do have to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. There's no getting around that. But to say cold turkey cookie cutter that you have to be on 1,200 calories or less to lose weight is not accurate. And that's the biggest thing that I have for that. It's very individualized. It depends on a lot of different factors. There's actually a great YouTube video of a seminar that we put on that really explains it. If you go to the Inner Element YouTube page, you can find that.
We have all of our old seminars on our YouTube page, so you can check those out.
Yeah.
What are some good things to eat post-workout? So,
nutritionist. that goes to me. Some good things that you post-workout are really, I actually wrote an article about this that I can probably share with us at some point, but good things post-workout, it can really be any combination of things. Your ideal thing is going to be a high protein content, and it's more of what to not eat. I'm not ever going to say to not eat something, but there's optimal and there's suboptimal. So something to really stay kind of away from, or a low amount, is actually staying away from fat post-workout, because fat slows your digestion down, and after your workout you're really trying to replenish, get quick nutrients in. So a good protein source and a good carb source post-workout is really important. Something really easy. Myself personally, I'm not very hungry after I work out, so an easy protein shake is nice, and some fruit post-workout is a really easy way to get some quick carbs in as well that also tastes good and it's more refreshing. So that's a good question.
That was awesome. Does anyone else have any other questions right now? We can just kind of go through some of our most frequently asked ones as well. So one of the questions we get asked a lot is why we try to spend our majority of time in the blue zone in our class. If you've taken a class, you kind of know that we work through 3 different zones majority of the time. We kind of have our comfortable yet working zone, and uncomfortable, and then all out max effort. And we're actually going to be doing a seminar to elaborate this a little bit more. But our body targets our stored fat cells in our active but comfortable zone. So it's a lower intensity feeling, but your body will actually want to target those stored fat cells. So this is roughly about 68 to 81% of your heart rate max. So that's why we want majority of our time in the blue zone. I know that a lot of people, if you have the most time in your red zone, that's 93% and above in our class. Most people see that they burn more calories in this class if they're in the red zone longer. Yes, that is true, but what you do is you actually shorten your afterburn calorie expenditure. So your afterburn from going here will be cut down to about here, even though you burned more in that 1 hour. 1 hour. So that's a little touch point behind why we want majority in the blue zone. And we're going to be doing a seminar to kind of go in more scientific detail and everything like that in a couple months and everything. So, but that's that one.
Right. I would say, just to piggyback off of that, the really short answer is that we are really trying to make you guys work smarter, not harder. There's nothing wrong with hard work, but if there's a smarter way to do it and get longer, more long-lasting gains, then I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. Plus, blue's a pretty color.
Science doesn't lie.
Science doesn't lie.
So,
what other questions you guys have? So to get leaner, longer muscle, should I lift heavier weights or lighter weight and move and more reps?
So kind of how we design it. So in your workout, it's more to get the leaner look. You're going to be needing to burn fat while building muscle. So you want to kind of build muscle. You need to kind of work at a high hypertrophy rate, which is about 8 to 12 reps for about 3 to 4 sets. So most of our workouts are designed that way. We change it up so that your bodies don't get comfortable, of course, and so that you don't really plateau. But in our workouts, since we incorporate the cardio, the stability station, and strength, you're going to be creating kind of that leaner tone look because we're optimizing building muscle and burning fat at the same time. So if you're following the ranges in your zones, so majority in the blue, next in the silver, and only about 0 to 4 minutes in your red, you're going to be kind of getting that program design for the leaner look and everything. So the only thing is you don't want to spend too long in the red zone, because that is where your body will target your muscles for energy instead of your stored fat. So if you're going a million miles an hour, your body will actually start attacking your muscle, and all the hard work that you did to build it is now going to go away. So that's kind of, hope that answers that one.
I'm saying also to piggyback off that again, hypertrophy happens at multiple different reps and weights and anything like that. Most of it's going to come down to of how hard you're going to push yourself. So when she talks about these like 8 to 12 rep range, that's you not just getting the reps done, it's you pushing yourself through that, and at least you don't have to always go to failure, but close to failure during that. So whatever weight that looks like for you, it's going to be very much determinant on how many reps in reserve you have left. So whatever weight that looks like for you, the rep scheme that we give you, taking yourself to, I like to say personally, around 2 reps remaining. So if the reps are 10, you could get 12 at the weight you're using. That's where I like to be personally and what I recommend. Had a question on my thoughts on intermittent fasting. I'm not really pro or for it. For me, intermittent fasting is just a way of, if you're trying to lose weight, it's a way of restricting calories in a time sense. So as opposed to eating throughout the entire day, in general, intermittent fasting has a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour feeding window. If you're condensing what you're eating to just 8 hours as opposed to the other 16 or 20 or to 24, it'd be reason to believe that you'd eat less. But it's to say it's a magic pill or you're going to get anything super beneficial from it. There's no science to say that it's any better than just a regular normal diet plan or whatever, where you're just eating less than you normally would or than your caloric maintenance. So I think it's all tools in a toolbox. Whatever works for you. Something I say all the time is the best diet is the one that you can stick to. So if it makes it easy for you, then I would definitely recommend it. If it makes it more of a strain and you're just doing it because you read something on the internet, then it's probably not for you. And it's the one that you can stick to. Again, you have to be able to see yourself doing it long term to reap the benefits of it.
Right. And kind of another thing of that is we at Inner Element, we don't really believe in diets. It's more of lifestyle changes and habits that we can create so that you can sustain something for a lifetime, not for just, 6 weeks or even just 21 days like we did. We want to create these habits that you can carry over into your into a lifestyle and make out of it. Now, if there's something that kind of just jump starts you and gets you on, back on track, then that's great. But just making sure you know the long-term effects and everything as well, something that you could sustain. And that's great with Luke, is everything he does is he sits down and it's very individualized for what works for you, because it's not cookie cutter. We're not all cut out the same in that aspects.
Yeah, so there's a question, what are some good methods of recovery? This can go many different directions.
Yeah, whatever you enjoy is what I say. Like, if whatever, you don't have to think about, you just truly enjoy. For some people working out is tough, but they know it's good for them and they know they gotta do it. So, if on a recovery day, if you go for a walk with your dog or, do yoga in your living room floor, whatever feels good for you. Or if it's just, it doesn't even have to be active, whatever just kind of helps your mind reset, recover, and then recharge for the rest of the week is kind of how I look at it. You might look at it different.
No, I see it the same way. I think there's 3 aspects to your fitness life, and that's movement, regeneration, and nutrition. And that regeneration aspect is something that's oftentimes overlooked. People try to, even here, they nothing wrong with it, but get in here and work out 6+ times a week, and then your nutrition can be on point, but if you're not recovering, if you're not giving your body time to relax, regenerate, if you're sleeping 2-3 hours a night, like sometimes we are, but because we got to be up for you guys, it's a little different. But the regeneration aspect, again, like she said, it's what you enjoy, it's what gives you an opportunity to relax. That can be watching Netflix and sleeping. If you want to go on a walk and get a little active recovery in, your body's really smart. I would highly just suggest listening to it. It's going to tell you exactly what it needs to function at its optimal rate.
Yeah, and kind of another thing is sleeping is extremely important for recovery. A lot of times, like we've always heard, go, and that's where you're going to get your best results. Think about your high school coaches, and if they say go until you throw up and that's a good workout. No, that's not the case. You need to recover. You need to allow your body to rebuild from the stress you put it under. Exercise is considered a stress to the body, so you need to allow it to rebuild and recover. So sleep plays a huge factor in that. Also, I'm sure some of us know when we get tired, our eating might go out the window because we just need some sort of energy. So if that's a candy bar to wake us up or something. So sleeping is huge. It plays a big effect on you mentally as well. So try to get as much sleep as you can. Everyone's a little different on how much sleep they need. I'm like a panda. If I could sleep 16 hours a day, I would. But I need about 7 to 8 to function good. And everyone's a little different.
I'm personally a 6-hour person. If I can get 6 hours, I'm good to go for the rest of the day. So yeah, like she said, everyone's a little different. So that's very individualized. But I actually like what Yogi Barefoot said. I know it said haha JK on it, but he said 6+ times a week is too much. And that's just as individualized as your recovery. And it all comes back to your recovery. If you're recovering from 6+ workouts a day, there's nothing for me to tell you that it's a bad thing. But what I would warn against is, again, your body is really smart. It adapts really well. And unfortunately, it's just inevitable. At a certain time, we are going to plateau in whatever we do. So making an adjustment is something that is necessary. So my thing is, if you're coming 6 days a week, that's fine. But at a certain point, if everything's on point and you plateau, now all of a sudden you're having to come two-a-days, two-a-days plus. So I like to always be on the conservative side, especially for people that are first starting out. There's always the initial thought of you want to get in here, come every day, which is great goals and great aspirations. But one, we don't want you to burn out. We don't want you to get overtrained because that's a big thing. And we also want you to leave room to improve.
Right.
So that's a big thing for me.
And kind of how we design our workouts is we know a lot of our members, they do come 5 or 6 days a week, which is awesome. If you're 2 times a week, that's great too. But these are more for the people who are 5 and 6 times. The way we program design our workouts is a way where you are not overtraining either. So if you are coming 5 or 6 days, we change the workout so that you're not burning out one muscle group over another, and that you can come those 5 or 6 days. If you're starting out with 2, that's great, and you want to work your way up, that's good. Just keep working at that. Do what you can, do what feels comfortable, but like Luke said, don't overload it. If you haven't worked out in 13 years, coming 6 days your first week is probably not the best thing. Realistically, we want to set you up for success here. And like we said, it's more of a lifestyle change that we want to create. So if you are coming 5 or 6 days, it's okay because of our program design. If you are doing other things, if you're not here with us at Inner Element, make sure your workouts are focused to where you aren't training legs 6 days a week. You aren't doing the same 6 exercises each day because you won't get the results that you're looking for. So,
is there such thing as too much coffee?
I say no, but it's all individualized. Yes.
No, absolutely. And then, is there too much coffee? It depends on your balance of it. I mean, if coffee's replacing your water and you're not hydrating enough, then yes, I definitely say that's too much. If you're talking more on a caffeine side of it, you can definitely have too much caffeine and stimulate your adrenal glands too much. There's not really any evidence to support that adrenal fatigue or adrenal damage is an actual thing, but you can mess with hormones and you'll start losing the effect of things of why you did it. So I would definitely say if it's on a hydration side, if you're drinking more coffee than you are water, might want to reevaluate a little bit. If you're doing it on a caffeine side, you can be too stimulated.
Yeah.
What's your favorite coffee order?
My favorite coffee order. Oh, I have a lot. If I'm getting something from like Starbucks, it's just dark roast. And then I get sugar-free vanilla and almond milk. That's just what I like personally. But
I'm saying mine, if it's from Starbucks, it's similar. I'm a medium roast, so I get dang near every time it's a grande pike with coconut milk and sugar-free mocha. And if you haven't tried the sugar-free mocha from Starbucks, you're missing out. It's really good.
Okay, another question. I get tired by the end of the week. Do you have any supplements that you recommend, or is a macro management more important?
So I'll take that one. As far as supplements, I'm a person that very much believes that, or let's take a step back. I think it's kind of lost its name. The word supplements is exactly what it is. It's supplementing what you're not already getting in. So this is where it gets very individualized again. And you can look at the macro management. I do very much think that's important. But the whole tiredness side of it, it's going to come down to both macro and micro management. So the supplement side of it, if you're not getting enough micronutrients in, so if you're not getting your vitamins, minerals, fiber, things like that, that's something that you should evaluate. And studies have already proven that we don't get enough vitamins and minerals from a good diet alone. You can't eat enough to get it. So I do always recommend a multivitamin if you can. Now to say that that's gonna, and I'm sure you'll feel immediate benefits from it, but to completely get rid of tiredness, maybe not so much. And that's when you need to kind of analyze your macro calorie intake. I did a nutrition seminar on this when I first got here, but we view calories as this molecule that's tangible, and it's not. Calories are just a form of energy. So if you are in a calorie deficit, so if you're trying to lose weight, by definition you have to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. That also is going to be at the expense of energy. So, and that's actual energy that you feel, you're tired. So you're more than likely you're just at a deficit for whatever reason that might be. It could be micro, it could be macro. But I would definitely start by looking at your food first. Are we getting enough good quality, wholesome foods in? And then I would start trying to implement supplements as a last resort. But if you're not taking a multivitamin or something like that, I would definitely recommend doing that for at least as a part of your regimen.
Yeah.
You have anything to add on that?
No, that's pretty spot on. Just remember, like you said, supplements are there to supplement you, not to be kind of your main source of everything. So that's just an easy way to keep it simple. And then sleep. I know.
Definitely
You
sleep.
can always get sleep. So especially if you're coming to the 5 a.m. class, trying to even get like 30 minutes to an hour can help you throughout the day. So
There's actually studies that have shown that anywhere between a 20 and 40 minute nap is actually very beneficial for your overall health and blood markers and things like that, as well as obviously a little more energy because you took a little nap.
yeah. We have any more questions? We got about 2 minutes, and then Luke has to go coach the noon class. Any last minute ones? Well, this has been awesome, guys. This is our first time to ever do a live question and answer, so we liked this. If you liked it, I'm going to post this. If you just want to comment like a thumbs up or something to let us know like you would want to do this again, or anything like that. Thanks for everyone who joined us today. It was awesome. So, all right, y'all have a great Monday. We'll see y'all later.